I think Our Son is Gay Volume 3 review. I hope being with the person he loves can become a reality for my son one day. Working mother Tomoko Aoyama has been certain for a while now that her elder son, high schooler Hiroki, is gay and has feelings for his school friend Daigo. So when Hiroki joins the school choir, he's a tenor, of which Daigo, who is a good all-rounder, is also a member. She's touched to see how dedicated he is to improving his voice and learning the music. Hiroki's childhood friend Asumi is also in the choir, and her mother hears that Hiroki is keen to improve. They give him her own electronic keyboard to help him practice. There's no doubt that Hasumi, a year younger than Hiroki Daigo, still really likes Hiroki a lot, but the important things for Hiroki is having a fun with all his friends, so being in the choir suits his current needs well, even if he needs to do a lot of practice stop singing off key. Meanwhile, Tomoko learns at the work meal out that one of her co-workers, Mr. Tono, is not only gay, the woman had been speculating, but he's living with his partner of 10 years. He's not at all phased by telling his colleges, adding cheerfully, "Oh, you guys clock me? You should have just asked." She can help but mention this when she gets home and husband, Akiyoshi, at home and leave. Instantly reacts with, "So fairies really does exist." To Tomoko's dismay, Akiyoshi had already been persistently asking Hiroki if he's going out with girls, or even has a girlfriend. After further discussion, it seems that Akiyoshi thinks that he's never encountered anyone gay in real life. Obviously has no idea at all about his elder son, not that Hiroki seems to have actually thought of identifying as gay yet. The boy is just living his best life, and hanging out with his friends, even if he does blush a lot of around Daigo, but for now, it's a choir rehearsals that are taking all his energies, and it's hard to sing the best he possibly can and not go off key. How will he manage his nerves with time for the concert to take place? Recently, I've been pondering about that moment, whether it'll be in an anime series or a manga, where the reader suddenly feels connected to the characters. This can make all the difference between continuing or abandoning, and it often occurs around the third episode in a TV series. But in the manga, it can take longer, sometimes a volume or two. Mangaka Okura isn't doing anything significantly different in this third volume of I Think Our Son is Gay, although he is now developing the characters and themes instead of in the earlier volumes. And the character building at last he's begun to override the restrictions of the short chapters format, which can feel a little perfunctory, especially as each chapter is self-contained with a neat payoff at the end. Nevertheless, the story is still very much told from a mother's viewpoint. We almost always see his elder son, Hiroki, as Tomoko sees him. It's rare for him to be portrayed in any other way. It's her anxieties for him, and the desire to be a supportive that come over most strongly. It even drawn the title stress as our son. She's the one doing the worrying, and the parent who tries. When husband Akiyoshi comes up with some obviously crash and homophobic observations that make him realize how insensitive he's being. However, Tomoko's sympathetic attitudes towards Hiroki is all we really know about her. She works at a fast food outlet and her husband is away from far from home for long periods at a time. So every time he comes back, there's something of an upheaval in the household. How is the relationship between Tomoko and Akiyoshi? What kind of a life do they have as a couple? There she is, being a good wife and mother, doing all the parenting while she's away. But Okura offers us very little about her as a person. I'm asking for too much. After all, this manga is a semi-humorous, good-natured look at a teenager who will be gay. It's all about Hiroki, except we rarely get the chance to find out about anything from his point of view. So in spite of wanting to praise the manga uncritically for offering a portrayal of a mother finally watching over the teenage son who's probably gay, I find, as a mother myself, that Tomoko is rather undeveloped as a character. I'll well see is Tomoko, the mother, not Tomoko the woman. Given that this is a teen-rated manga that will fit well into the PSHE section of secondary school libraries, I'd like to see more from the teenager's point of view. One of the most effective chapters is a flashback to an incident when younger Hiroki defended his brother Yuri from some bullies in Yuri's year who accused him of being gay because he hangs out with girls and ran off with his pink backpack. The warped logic being that only girly boys will spend time with girls. Hiroki turns their logic around by interesting themselves as the chief accusers and companions they lay into him. Square Enix yet again offer us an attractive volume with a two-sided color page at the front and good quality paper. The translation is new to this series, but Leighton Harvey is very experienced. He has done plenty of BL titles, including Sasaki Miyano, as it reads very well. Lowell Prescott delivers many varied styles of lettering that match the different emotions and directions of the characters. Okura again offers an amusing illustration one page afterward. Even though I still have some reservations about the way Okura is covering his story, it's good to have LGBT manga, plus manga from mangaka identified as gay, and this series will make a very useful addition to the secondary school library. Alongside the currently best-selling Heartstopper by Alice Ousman, read a free extract at the publisher's website. 8 out of 10.